it going? I'm Troy Mothershead, team rider for Stewart Surfboards. This is the S-Winger right here. It's sort of a new concept. It's got a really funky tail, but 5 fins. It's sort of like, it's the best thing about it is it's like the best of both worlds. It's the tri-fin and then the quad fin kind of mixed together. And so what it does is you get the drive and the speed of the quad fin, but then you don't get that tracking because the trailer fin, it loosens it up so you can pivot out of that top turn or out of that bottom turn and you don't get stuck. And then with these scimitar side fins, it just there's something special about it. It's got just super drive and super tight turns, really fast. I had the opportunity to take one to Australia, and it ended up being like the ultimate board, just in super powerful steep waves. So yeah, thing works. It's got a beveled rail. It's kind of like Bill's signature, but it flows really well with it. Just goes super hard rails into the bevel, and it just allows that fluidity. You know, you don't get stuck. Whereas that's kind of been the issue with quad fins a lot. So yeah, I don't want to get too the S-Winger. Yeah, this is the LSW. Kind of similar to the S-Winger because it's got 5 fins, which is pretty funky for a longboard actually when you think about it. But it actually works well. Bill, what we kind of did was just sort of blew up the S-Winger into a longboard, and it took a little tweaking here and there. There are definitely a few experimental boards in between this one, but it definitely has its advantages. It's weird when you get on the nose, and you wouldn't really expect it. It's a performance longboard. You wouldn't expect it to nose ride very well, but there's something about the 5 fins and the scimitars that kind of make it stick a little, and so you can get a really cool, nice nose ride in a pretty steep pocket, even though you don't have a big center fin. And then it's got the same kind of drive as the S-Winger. It's really tight, like just wrap really tight turns. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for me when I got on it, was just like going from a tri-fin to the 5 fins it's fast. It's a lot faster. It's got a similar response, but it's a little bit tighter. But you really take your speed through all of your turns. So it's a really fun board to ride as a performance longboard. And then it nose rides still too, but it's got the same kind of the same characteristics as the S-Winger. It's got the beveled rail. It's got the super funky tail. And then in the nose, it's just kind of sort of the same concept as most of the other boards, but just like a little nose kick and lets you perch up there when you want. So that's the LSW.